Welcome to another episode on Rising Above Shadows of Abuse, RASA. I'm your host, Grace Ovba. Today's topic centers around elder abuse. What is elder abuse? Elder abuse is an intentional act or failure to act that causes or creates a risk of harm to an older adult. An older adult is someone around the ages of 60 or older. Abuse occurs at the hands of a caregiver or a person the elder trusts. So abuse is becoming a very serious issue worldwide. Each year, there's about 500,000 adults over the age of 60 that are believed to be abused or financially exploited. As there are multiple forms of abuse, the three forms of abuse prevalent with elder abuse are financial exploitation, neglect or mistreatment of the elderly, which might be inflicted by someone who is supposed to take care of them. Will also be psychological abuse or physical abuse. Life expectancy has increased since the turn of the century, and for many aging adults, retirement is looked forward to as a time to slow down and enjoy their family, community, and friends. As seniors grow older, they become more physically and mentally frail. Due to this, they're less able to stand up to bullying and or fight back if attacked by other people. Many people with ill intentions know this, thus have carried out abuse or elaborate fraud schemes targeting seniors. Abuse of elders or seniors can take many different forms, with some involving neglect, financial deception, intimidation or threats against the elderly person. The six most common types of elder abuse are physical abuse, which might be non-accidental use of force against an elderly person that results in physical pain, injury, impairment, classified as physical abuse against seniors. This type of abuse includes not only physical assaults such as hitting or shoving the senior, but also inappropriate use of drugs, restraints, or confinement against the senior's will, which is often carried out by another person. We have psychological or emotional abuse. This kind of abuse happens when people speak to or treat elderly people in ways that result in emotional pain or distress. It might be intimidation through yelling or threats, humiliation and ridicule, habitual blaming or scapegoat. Non-psychological elder abuse includes ignoring the senior, isolating the senior from friends, families, or activities, terrorizing or menacing elderly person. Sexual abuse. Any sexual contact with an elderly person without the senior's consent is categorized under sexual elder abuse. This can involve physical sex, but activities such as showing a senior pornographic material, forcing them to watch sexual acts, or forcing them to undress without their consent are considered sexual elder abuse. Neglect or abandonment by caregivers. This particular type of elder abuse constitutes more than half of all reported cases of elder abuse. It can be intentional or unintentional, based on factors such as ignorance or denial that a senior needs as much care as he or she does. And most of this kind of neglect is perpetrated by caregivers, especially in care homes. Financial exploitation. This involves unauthorized use of a senior's funds or property, either by a caregiver or an outside scam artist. An unscrupulous caregiver might steal cash, income checks, or household goods. They might forge the senior's signature, engage in identity theft, misuse a senior's personal checks, credit cards, or accounts. The typical financial scams or fraud that target elders include fake charities, investment fraud, announcement of a prize that the elderly person has won but must pay money to claim. Other type of abuse is healthcare fraud. It is often carried out by unethical doctors, nurses, hospital personnel, and other professional caregivers. Some examples of this kind of abuse include overcharging or double billing for medical care or services, getting kickbacks for referrals to other providers or for prescribing certain drugs, not providing healthcare but charging for it, over-medicating or under-medicating, recommending fraudulent remedies for illnesses or other medical conditions, medical aid fraud.